everyone, I'm Diana Palm from dianapalm.com, and today we're going to be discussing healing from emotional abuse and trauma. You're going to learn the most effective way to actually clear your subconscious programs so that you can move forward and live a happy and healthy life. Stay tuned. Let me first start by telling you that everything you have been through matters. Now let me explain how trauma gets into our system and how we suffer long-term from emotional abuse. When we experience something like an attack, a physical attack of some sort, our bodies actually experience this sort of attack or abuse for a very short amount of time, but the damage done from this attack actually can last a very, very long time, perhaps even a lifetime. Now, what happens from this initial event is that your subconscious creates programs to try to protect you from future catastrophes or future abuse. So what it does is it creates programs to try to keep you safe. It'll tell you things like, the world is unsafe, don't leave your house, everyone wants to attack you, you have to protect yourself at all times. These subconscious programs are actually designed to try to keep you safe. The thing is, they keep you in the energy of the trauma and the attack or whatever other experience that you have gone through. And it's like a loop that plays over and over in your mind. So when you actually clear your subconscious programs, what you're doing is telling your brain that this is no longer happening. Yes, this did happen, but it is no longer happening. And it allows your brain to actually create new subconscious programs that help you thrive and live a happier life. When your subconscious mind releases the program that were designed to keep you safe but actually kept you in a state of trauma, you're going to notice that your whole life begins to change and that new opportunities come your way, and your actual life is so much more filled with joy and happiness and calm and safety. But what needs to happen is you first need to teach your brain, not only did this event stop happening years ago, but to get your mind to move forward, it really needs to get the lesson. Now this is where our brain and our soul kind of comes together in the fabric of which we're weaving our own lives. So your soul is always trying to learn something, and sometimes we do this through really hurtful events, scary, tragic events, and different life experiences. But as long as your soul is getting what it needs, your brain can free the program so that you can totally release the energy and begin to live in a new energy without holding on to that trauma. You'll know you have some of these subconscious programs if you're being triggered by small events later on in your life that are bringing up the initial experience. It could be something simple like hearing a car backfire, or someone slam a door, or somebody across the street yelling at a neighbor. And this could actually induce so much fear and adrenaline in your body, reprogramming you for what happened to you in your own past. So how do you get through that? Now with emotional abuse, this is something that's been experienced for a long period of time. So there'll usually be very many patterns and belief systems programmed into your subconscious that your brain actually accepted. These might start from your very early childhood. If you had an abusive person in your home and they were telling you things like you're no good, you're ugly, you're stupid, you'll never succeed, your brain will actually create programs telling you this. And it's almost as if you either believe them and continue to live the existence they created for you, or you fight them and that's your inspiration for being totally different, but either way you're still tied in with the energy. It's much more effective to actually clear those negative programs out of your subconscious mind and reprogram you for knowing how valuable you are, how loving you are, how smart and beautiful you are. And so this is what I do in Theta Healing. I take out the negative programs and I'm able to replace them with the positive programs, the ones that you actually are trying to have, the ones that will actually help you to have a happier and healthier life. Recovering from emotional abuse can literally change your life. The first step is to realize that none of those negative things you were told were true. And most likely the person that was telling you these negative things felt that way about their self and not you. They just projected it onto you. And probably, if you take it a step even further, they were probably told those things by somebody that they were raised by. And so the cycle continues. So none of the things they tell you are true. The negative aspects that they have told you, the negative programming that they put into you is false. It's not true. And you can actually pull it out of your brain and replace it with a more loving program that supports the life you want to have. The most powerful way to begin releasing this energy is to release the blame that you have put upon this person. Clearing your own blame from the person or situation in which the abuse occurred will actually give you your power back. Holding blame or resentment in place ties you to their energy and that abuse pattern and makes you continue to create it in other areas of your life. So the first step is a big, brave step, but it's actually releasing any form of blame that you have been holding on to towards your abuser. The second most powerful way to shift this energy within your own subconscious mind is to find the lesson. And what I mean by that is, let's take the first scenario where possibly you were attacked. And if this happened and you felt unsafe and you started to go down that road of thinking all these negative things, the world is unsafe, I can't walk alone, I need to be protected. But then you decide to do something about it. When you're retraining your brain from any kind of victimhood, it's really effective to do things that actively empower yourself. So where have you been afraid to walk down the street alone, you may decide, I can do it. I'm going to walk down that street alone. I'm going to feel confident. I'm going to feel powerful, and I'm going to be able to protect myself. Not only that, but I also believe through and through that I am safe. And you leave the belief that everyone wants to harm you behind. Healing from emotional abuse and trauma does not eliminate the events that you lived through. These really were things that taught your soul something, and they matter. But when you can actually shift the negative association, the feelings, the shame, the blame, the guilt, and any negative programming that your mind accepted because of this event happening, and you can shift that into what you learned, the lesson, the takeaway, and you can find something that's positive about it, you can change the program. So I'd like you to ask yourself some questions. If you take into consideration any emotional abuse that you've gone through or any acts of violence that have created trauma, I'd like you to think about what your soul may have gained from that. When you can find the positive effect, you can stop the pattern from playing out in your life, and you can actually shift your mind. So have you empowered yourself to become a better parent than what you had? Did having these negative experiences help you decide to get more education, be focused, and become more successful? Did being told all the time that you were not good enough teach you how to be good enough by taking really good care of yourself, learning how to nurture yourself through nutrition, exercise, and other forms of self-love? Did you find out that you actually do deserve to be happy and that you know how to create that happiness within your own life? When you think about it this way, it really will clarify and bring to light some of your life lessons and help you shift your own subconscious programs. Of course, if you're interested in having some assistance, I do private sessions with people all over the world that works with subconscious reprogramming and also instilling and downloading new feelings right into your DNA that are things like, I am lovable, I am cherished, I know how to nurture myself, I know what it feels like to feel safe. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you check out my website below at dianapalm.com. I would love to know if you have already overcome emotional abuse and trauma in your life, what your positive lesson was from that experience. Please write that in the comments below. Your comments really make a difference. If other people are going through something similar and they see what kind of lesson you were learning from it or what your positive takeaway was, it may actually give them the motivation and the inspiration to do the same. So please leave those in the comments below. I believe in you, and I know you can do much more than just survive this. I know you can thrive, and I know that you can create the most happy, wonderful life, even though this event happened. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.